I was diagnosed with a high-grade appendiceal mucinous neoplasm, which is a type of appendiceal cancer, in 2023. This was a complete shock to me and turned my world upside down. Here's how the cancer was found. I was born with a hernia above my belly button, which was surgically repaired when I was 13 or 14 years old. In the spring of 2023, I noticed two bulges in my abdomen right above my belly button near where the scar from my childhood hernia was repaired. My thought was that the hernia had recurred, so after putting this off for a couple months, I decided to make an appointment with my primary care doctor. He felt around my abdomen and felt the bulges and thought one of them was for sure a hernia, but wasn't sure what the other bulge was. He referred me to the general surgery, and he said, just to be sure, let's get a CT scan of your abdomen. I was able to schedule an appointment with the general surgeon the next day, which was June 28, 2023, and the CT scan for the following day, June 29, 2023. During my appointment with the surgeon, she had a hard time finding the hernias, but said she could just do surgery and we'd be able to find and repair the hernias during surgery. She said it wasn't necessary to get the CT scan, but I could if I wanted to. So luckily, I decided to get the CT scan, which was much easier than I thought. This was June 29, 2023 at about 8 in the morning. I was given an IV line to inject contrast during the CT scan for better visuals on the scan. When the contrast is injected into me, it gives me a very warm feeling, and for me, it makes me feel like I've peed my pants. Anyway, the CT scan only took a few minutes, then I headed to work without giving any of this much thought. Around 3 p.m., while I was still at work, my phone rang and I saw it was my primary care doctor. I grabbed a notepad and ran into a conference room for some privacy. I was expecting he would tell me that the CT scan confirmed that I had hernias and where they were located, which would help the surgeon find them and repair them during surgery. But this isn't what he said at all. He was kind and spoke softly. He said, the CT scan showed a cystic mass in my abdomen near my appendix. He also said that there was some fluid near my lymph nodes and on my liver. He said the scan did show a hernia, but that wasn't what I needed to worry about right now. He said I needed to see the surgeon ASAP, and he was also going to refer me to oncology out of an abundance of caution. I was numb. I immediately left work without speaking to anyone. I drove for about a mile before parking on the side of the road, and I started to cry. It was truly a terrible day. So here are what symptoms I had. I had very few symptoms that would have led me to believe I had cancer, but thinking back, there were a couple things that weren't right with me. The first thing I had been noticing for the past several months was that I would feel really full after eating a normal amount of food. I was eating like I always had, but would feel so bloated. I just attributed this to getting older and didn't pay too much attention to it. The second thing I noticed was that my belly felt heavy. This is hard to explain, but I had been doing some running to train for a 5K race. I noticed that when I ran, my belly felt like it was full or really heavy. As I ran, it felt like a weight in there. I hadn't gained any weight or fat around my waist, so I wasn't sure what was going on, but wasn't worried about it either. The third symptom I had was the hernia, which is a common symptom of pseudomyxoma peritonei, which is the condition caused by accumulations of the cancerous mucus throughout my abdomen caused by the appendix cancer. So my plan with this channel is to share my appendiceal cancer experience and hope that it helps someone else out there suffering with this condition. I have future videos planned describing the treatments I've had, including HIPEC surgery. I'll definitely make a detailed video about HIPEC sooner than later, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate the support. I do want to talk about some good resources about appendiceal cancer and pseudomyxoma peritonei, or PMP, that were recommended to me by my doctor at Huntsman Cancer Institute, who is an expert in this type of cancer. I'll post these links in the video description if you want to check them out. Lastly, and this is really important, I want to caution you about reading too much on Google or even watching YouTube videos that might be giving false information. I'll finish this video with one of the most important pieces of advice I have for anyone who is diagnosed with cancer. My advice is to find a great doctor who is a specialist in your specific disease, especially if it's a rare condition. Most information on the internet or even other doctors will not know a lot about your condition. I learned this the hard way and spent way too much time reading about the worst case scenarios on Google. Additionally, before I saw the experts at Huntsman Cancer, I was told many wrong things about my cancer from multiple doctors, even oncologists, who are not experts in my particular disease. This is why it's so important to see an oncologist who specializes in your area of cancer and only take advice from them. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. I have many more videos about this subject I'll be making. Also, if this video was helpful to you, please give this video a like, as it will help it get more distribution on YouTube. Thank you so much. I hope you're all doing well. Take care, and I will see you next time.